Welcome. This is the second portion of the show where my name is Kris Dulgar, by the way. I'll be the host for the second portion. And we just throw out subjects and they let our comics talk about it. Let me reintroduce them one more time. We have the very affable Carl Knox, the hilarious Emma Wilkie, the wonderful Keith Waterfield,
But I can get lumpy.
You got
and the so-so Scott Andrew Carter. He's my nemesis.
Yeah.
Make some noise for these people once again.
These three.
Also known as like opposite color Kris
Yes.
Dulgar.
Yes. Who has a better beard, though? Who's a nice one? I have a fuller beard, I think.
Oh, that's not true at all.
That is true.
Not even
All right.
close.
That's one of the subjects on this paper, too. I'm switching it up. Thank you two, for coming. Thanks my roommate and his girlfriend for coming out. I don't know if they expected stand-up or not, but this is what you get, and it's going to be awesome. I just throw out, the first subject I'd like to talk about, because apparently someone recently... are you good with your...
Yeah.
Did you order a full pitcher?
Damn right.
Can I steal some?
Yeah, you can steal some.
All right. Thanks very much.
I'm gonna.
I'm just
throw
throw
it
out
in on
topics for them. First topic. You guys read all the topics, right? You know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with the super babies, which is fucking awesome. Apparently, they cut out they actually cut out a gene from an embryo that caused a certain type of disease, and so now apparently we can change a baby's DNA. You guys see this ethically? Is there an ethical problem here? Do you guys agree with this? What's the deal? Let's start with you, Carl, who's on his phone.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I had to prepare for the other bit. I don't know if it's ethical or not, but I think super babies are a cool thing. It's going to be tough to get the right kind of clothes for the super baby to show it off to people. I'm looking forward to maybe having a super baby with my wife after she gets like a new womb because she's 57. Maybe some eggs, I guess, an implant.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they're talking about pulling out like little
Genes?
Genes, yeah, but they're going to
Eggs.
prevent all those congenital things from the get go. So that would be kind of nice.
That's the opposite of progenitals.
Right. But then then maybe you want to get into making sure your kids' like leg muscles are like really big. Because I like a baby with big leg
Well,
muscles.
that's the thing.
That's gross.
Nowadays, that's what they're doing now. They're able to remove all the, I guess, a disease or something that's detrimental to the baby's health. But then people will say, well, if they can do that, they'll start improving these babies and make them super babies. And there could be an ethical dilemma, like seriously, you want super soldiers or something like that?
Seemed to work out for Hitler.
Actually didn't. It never did.
I only got the
that.
first half of those textbooks.
Oh, okay. You only read the first half of this.
Everything seemed to go swimmingly for Hitler, though.
What about you, Emma? What do you think? What's your...
I think it's great. I think Super Babies, for one, is going to be my new band name. Super Babies.
Super Babies is your
That's
new
awesome.
band name? Okay.
Yep.
Keith?
Wait.
Well, no,
Keep going.
going. Cut me off. Like, I'm just here to just give you the topics. You guys go.
I think, I've heard about that for ages, and that's boring, man. It's dumb. Like, sure, make super babies. Some of them won't be super. Some people don't have access to this. What they aren't talking about more, I think, is how they're almost going to clone a woolly mammoth. Dude, they're so close to cloning woolly mammoths.
Could we make a woolly baby?
They could make super woolly babies. That would be fun. They should make 1 million of them, and they should section
They're called
off a
Greek.
whole area of northern Canada, and it'd just be like, that's Woolly Mammoth Park, and there's like 1 billion woolly mammoths in it.
So wait, are you serious? They're going to clone a woolly
I'm
mammoth?
serious. I read fucking CBC, man.
Really?
Yes.
They would never lie about anything,
They
Giancomeshi.
they should clone Gian Gameshi. As far as
And they're
I'm
also a
concerned.
reasonable Rexford. Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I think it's great. I don't think the future is gonna be ruined by changing things. That's the way that history works.
Well, Keith, what's your opinion on the matter?
Okay, obviously on paper, specifically this one line that we have on this paper, it sounds like a good idea. It sounds like, oh, this is great. Let's cure some diseases. Sure. Who wants cancer? Nobody. Let's get rid of it. Let's kick it out.
Right.
Who wants any of these diseases that are going to harm our children as they grow up? Nobody. But I would like to caution the room. I would like you to think about this. If our parents were able to alter genes, none of us would be looking like this.
Heyo. go.
We would not be thinking the way that we think. We would not be drinking the way that we drink.
Gattaca.
Yes.
Gattaca.
So your liver would be in better shape, is what you're saying.
What's that?
Your liver would be in way better shape, is
My
what you're
liver
saying.
would be in way better shape. No, this is generations of tolerance that I have here. I think they would probably take out the gene that wanted me to feel better about myself because I would just naturally feel good about myself, therefore not needing to drink. And also, I don't want super babies until we can have Muppet babies. Let's go.
Muppet babies. I'm for it.
And he's right, you
I'm
know.
for that too.
he
Also,
felt
I
good
did
about
want to
himself.
point out if you're able to make a perfect baby, there'd be no stand-up comedy in the world because we are flawed individuals.
Are
That's
you
why
kidding
we
me?
do comedy.
I already am the perfect baby.
Oh, there we go. And we get to Scott. Let's see. What do you think about these super babies? Or
Genetically engineered Scott, Andrew
genetically
Carter.
engineered Scott.
It would just be a world of Scots, man.
That's
Who
right.
wants that? Okay.
Everyone. There was this fascinating documentary I watched on the subject, very, very good, called Baby Geniuses.
Oh,
and
yes.
Baby Geniuses 2.
I was going to reference that.
It was an amazingly
narrated
great.
by Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, it was part of the
Boys
Planet
from
Life
Brazil.
series. It was so amazing. But these babies, they genetically engineered better babies. Is amazing. I think I didn't really watch those movies, but I'm assuming that's what happened.
They could talk, and they were super smart, and they foiled the plans of the mad scientist Christopher Lloyd.
It was really just a prequel to that movie, Real Geniuses.
Oh, it's not a
Yeah.
documentary.
Oh, I love
okay.
that movie.
No, it was a children's movie from the 90s.
I'm dumb.
Chris Dollar's like, Chris Lloyd, tell me more about his
Tell me
scientific...
more about this Baby Genius documentary.
It's very interesting.
The other
Yeah.
super baby genius one was voiced by Bruce Willis.
Yes, and Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking.
And the Look Who's Talking 2.
Now.
With
and
Roseanne
Talking now.
Barr.
There was Look
That's
Who's
right.
Talking Now was
You know,
the
we're
third one.
assuming they're going to clone nice babies, but what if you get a boys in Brazil kind of thing where they want...
Yeah,
you know,
no, that
The Hitlers.
yeah,
The
that's a
Hitler,
great
yeah. The little
great
baby
point.
Hitlers.
Yeah, then we'd have
That was a
to deal with
documentary also,
Gregory
though.
Peck and Steve Gutenberg in another movie together. That was a movie.
Nice
That was
reference.
a movie
Call back.
Come on.
with Steve Gutenberg. Yeah, he was in it.
Yep.
How old was he? He was like 12?
Like 20. He was like a 20-year-old Steve Gutenberg.
Great
We're
documentary.
getting real off point here about
Yeah.
how much I love boys from Brazil.
Well, that's another. You bring up a good point. You
Story
bring
of
up
my
a good
life.
point that there would be no Gutenberg in the super baby generation.
And with that, you would also have no printing press.
I mean-
the Steve Gutenberg printing press.
We probably would like.
These are
Would
all
it be a
true
world?
facts.
The one thing about the super babies is that only the rich can afford it. Only the
Right.
rich can afford this. So you're looking at a world of Kardashians,
A great affluent
which like
world.
already what 7 that we have that bombarding
have?
us in life.
Well, wait. Is there? Would they be able to, I guess, genetically enhance your intelligence as well?
Sure.
Would they be able? Then there would never be any Kardashians.
Yeah,
Are
but
you
only
kidding me?
those
There
who
would
can
be a
afford
Robert
it.
Kardashian. That guy got her OJ off,
But
which is
why-
something only Nicole Brown could have said beforehand.
If you can clone,
She got
like,
him off several times.
But if you can clone like your ideal person, and there's doctors in charge of choosing what is your ideal person, what if there's like just a totally egomaniac doctor out there who's just like, well, I'm the best, so he just clones himself all the
Well,
time. And
Milan Kundera-
he gives himself to all of these like parents that are like, give us this, blah blah blah, and he's like, well,
I believe the movie
I know
Delivery
better.
Man's about
Do
this.
do you guys not see a
Is
future where as parents you can just choose and you just pick and choose what traits you want for your baby?
yeah, but you can already do that by choosing who you fucking date and reproduce with, right? You can be like, I don't want a black baby, fuck off.
Yet still there's redheads. Yeah.
Sorry, like that's what people do. They're like, "You're smart. Oh, come on, baby."
All right.
Slash, you would have no more Emmas. So I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. Also, good
Any final
argument.
thoughts on the matter?
I would have hair.
You can probably
Well,
do that right now, can't you?
You just cut your hair. What are you talking about?
I know, but I would
You
have
had
like...
tons of hair. It was like all on the side, but whatever.
I believe a super race would have no hair. Obviously, alopecia is the greatest genetic trait you could possibly have.
There you go.
It's also a sign, like having hair is a sign of individuality. I think in a super race of mass-produced kids, you wouldn't want individuality. I think everybody would look the same, bald and ugly.
Well,
Or handsome and bald,
You
I
guys
don't
want to
know.
live in a world where
Not
everybody's
bald like this, I mean,
good-looking,
that's not what I
everybody's
meant.
going to be good
It's
looking.
okay. I won't take it personally.
Everybody's going to be good looking. We need
Until after
some.
the show.
We need some fucking ugly people like Scott, man. We need.
That's
we
true.
Need to, like,
Wait, how did this started with Scott being the best person? Now he's the ugly guy that nobody wants. Come on.
That makes me the best. Have you never read A Brave New World? Everyone loved John the Savage.
I can't read. Remember?
That's true.
I can't read.
Well, speaking of beauty, on to the next topic. Apparently, People magazine they make it their duty once a year to come up with the most beautiful people in the world. And guess who got the most beautiful woman in the world this year?
Yeah, I saw that.
Sandra Bullock.
I'm not sure that's how you pronounce her name, but yeah.
Who decides this? Like, just the most beautiful
Bollocks.
woman? Is this?
Bollocks. Yeah.
That's how you
People
pronounce it.
decide.
I mean, it's clearly not a generation of people who grew up seeing the movie Hope Floats advertised before.
Maybe we should
that is
clone
the
her.
worst film.
She should be
She's
the super baby DNA, man, if she's the most beautiful. Shit.
Well,
I find her the most aggravating person. I don't know why. It's
Oh my God, she's so down to earth, though. Sandy.
Is she down to earth?
She's so
That-
down to
I've
earth. Have you ever
overheard
heard
that.
her
Have you
talk?
not seen
Man.
Gravity?
I love Sandy. Everyone loves
I
Sandy
think
except for
there's a-
that Jesse James guy.
I think there's a solution to
He didn't
this.
think she was beautiful.
I
If
can't
she-
stand her nose. Her nose makes me. It's just what the hell.
What does that mean?
I know her nose. It's just the way it's cut. It's the weirdest thing. It was like it's done by a sculptor. It doesn't look real. It looks like an attachment kind of put
Yeah.
A perfect nose, you mean?
Yes.
She's
What,
the perfect
Hollywood
woman.
actress with a fake nose?
That's crazy shit, man.
Come on, man.
I mean, are we talking about beauty on the outside or beauty on the inside?
No, on the outside.
Oh, it's on the
Give a
outside.
fuck about beauty on the inside.
Exactly. That's the problem.
You ever notice that they do most beautiful woman, but then they give the title sexiest man?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Have you noticed?
What a
Have you ever heard
fucking
about this?
sexist
Do you guys know
paper.
about this?
They used to give sexiest woman. Dude, Gillian Anderson won it a bunch of times in a
Of
row.
course she did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in my own
I
personal
know.
journal.
I know. I think they could solve that problem of her being the most beautiful woman in the world really
Well, who would you
easily.
guys have picked?
Well, I think they should.
My mother.
They should solve that problem by sending
my
her
choice, your
back
mother.
into space.
Carl, did you have a choice? Would you if you could? Pick
He is
anyone?
married. He probably is biased on this one.
Yeah. No, I don't think I am. Yeah, definitely not my mom.
You're married to your mother?
Yeah, exactly not. So no.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. I noticed that the girls who kind of flit across my screen, they all look the same. No, they do. They all the actresses of the day, whoever they are. I know one of them is Jennifer Garner. I see her the most. But the rest of them,
Alias fan?
I don't know. They all
Jennifer
fucking
Alias.
They all look kind of the same, and they do look like they actually look like superheroes. All cut from the same cloth, and they don't seem to have any real distinguishing characteristics. I mean,
That's
they have
why I
nice
think,
characteristics, but I can't identify one from the other. I mean, Liz Taylor back in the day, or Raquel Welch, or Marilyn Monroe. Oh my God! But yeah, these women. Yeah.
I think if it were
Well,
a...
enough about
You like
Carl's
'em
teenage
buxom,
years.
apparently.
Emma.
I like a with personality, like a lot of boob personality,
But actually, I'm not
like
a
a
breast
Jane
guy.
Mansfield.
Well, this
not a
applies to
breast
the
guy.
sexiest man alive.
Here they
too,
are,
right?
James Mans.
Just who's the list of the biggest boobs down? That's a good list. That's a.
You have a
good-
list of boobs down?
Yeah, boobs down.
Okay.
It's my website, boobs down.
Oh, I thought that was that
Porn
submarine movie.
MD boobs down.
Boobs down.
Are you writing this down, Ryan?
Anyone a sexiest woman alive?
Gillian Anderson.
I don't think you need to raise your hand
to
here.
be.
And who's the sexiest man alive, by the way?
Scott Carter.
Mickey Rourke.
No, Chris.
100% Mickey
Chris
Rourke.
Hemsworth, isn't it? That was the
Oh,
thing.
I'm
Who?
sorry.
Hemsworth? Is that
Mickey
his name? Is
Rourke.
it Thor?
Thor's
Thor.
the most beautiful man alive.
Well, he was the sexiest. I
He's
think
not
that was it.
technically a man. He's a god.
I thought we gave up on this like 20
He's
years ago,
Asgardian.
and just
Yeah.
like George Clooney wins every year. Isn't that
That's
the-
what I figured, yeah.
But he got
Yeah, I think-
married, so you know.
Did they stop doing it because George Clooney won too much?
I'm just gonna
Hilarious.
say,
They just gave up.
I think Trina Wintour would be the
Both?
most beautiful woman, or both. Yeah,
Bit of
but
both.
I would say
But
Trina
they should
Wintour.
have most beautiful both. They should have that on the cover of
Bruce
Time
Jenner
magazine.
already won that.
Most beautiful, both people.
Well, do you remember one year
transgender.
People magazine gave like the sexiest man alive to this one? I forget the actor's name, but it was basically
Is it only
Ryan
actors that win?
Ryan Gosling didn't win it, and there were protests. People got together to protest outside the offices of People magazine.
Wow.
I was there.
Was Ryan Gosling protesting?
Ryan Gosling fans, they were protesting, like hundreds of them.
No, his mother Ryan Goose was protesting. Goose and Gosling.
Like 3 or 4
Oh,
other guys?
hey. Hey.
What
Is
about-
it only actors that people does?
Yeah.
It
No,
seems
they
to
do
be.
singers,
Yeah.
why
Navy
they're
snipers. I can't think of
Scientists.
anything else.
Some sexy scientists out there,
Damn
Name
right?
right.
two.
Have you seen that?
Name 2 scientists in general.
Who are sexy.
They don't even have to be
Stephen
sexy.
Hawking.
Okay, that's a given. That was your
Yo,
given.
sexiest man alive if that was given to Stephen
I don't
Hawking.
know. I
one
want the
day?
second scientist name.
Boom.
Boom?
Boom.
Did you just mic drop?
Neil Bohm or something. He like discovered
Neil Boers?
Boers. Boers. Boers.
The man that discovered the atom?
Yep.
That discovered Adam Driver, the great actor.
Yep.
His publicist, Neil Boers.
Well, Scott, we know your proclivities.
Boom.
Who are the sexiest
Yeah.
women alive for you?
I am
Sexiest women alive, the ghost
Oh.
of Lauren Bacall, Avi. Kathleen Turner's up there. I love Kathleen Turner.
Yeah.
I'm on
And
board.
she smokes
She is gold.
everything, and it's beautiful, just beautiful. Sexiest man alive is clearly Keith Waterfield.
Oh,
Applause for that.
sexiest woman alive or dead. Mary Curie. Boom. Sorry.
She was radiant
She was married to that.
because she died of radiation
she had that
poisoning.
X factor,
we all
man.
know.
Yes, her corpse probably still glows. Nailed that one.
You did nailed it.
So are you guys going to pick up an issue of People magazine? Just check it out.
I haven't picked up an issue of anything in 12 years.
Okay. 'Cause we
It's all-
got-
I heard
It's
that
all
the
online.
internet makes magazines now.
Do you, is it like they just have the sex? Do you think they have like a list of like who was second and third going down the list?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I seem to remember there was
Do
an
we care?
issue of the
Like,
top.
Was there a meeting and they got together and they're like, fuck, I really wanted this guy to win, but it's not George Clooney again. Bah. You think there's like a committee that got together and there's one guy that's always like, Mickey Rourke, come on. No?
Nobody
Yeah,
is
worked
going
for me.
Mickey Rourke, come on. I think
I am.
they just gave
You're
up.
the only one trying to get Mickey Rourke work here
Come on.
or in the world.
It's been ages.
He'll be on the panel next week. It's his new gig. He's replacing Dulgar as host.
Challenge, you
He's
said
actually
Mickey
going to be
Rourke
the
30
character
times.
from The Wrestler, though. His career slipped.
Can you imagine Mickey Rourke doing a Chris Dulgar movie? Like
I
a
have
biopic of Chris was like, you got gut.
He
I
already
have
did.
imagined Mickey Rourke doing literally everything. So yeah, totally.
Life is close to the wrestler. Pretty much.
Yeah,
I live my life.
That was a documentary. Just every movie's a documentary.
Final thoughts. Keith, we didn't hear your sexiest woman alive.
I
Did
said
you
my
say-
mother.
Your mother? Were you? Oh,
And it's
that's
beautiful
sweet.
woman.
There you go.
Sexiest woman is somebody else. It's not my mother.
Who would be your choice?
No, it's still your mother.
Pardon?
Who's your choice?
Catherine Zeta-Jones. I really like.
Ooh,
Chicago.
ew,
Yes.
dude.
Do you know that she's bipolar?
Why not?
Her
Bisexual.
personality.
Bisexual, yes.
That's all I
Physical
heard.
beauty.
That is physical.
I'm just saying that what makes Catherine Zeta-Jones the most beautiful woman alive would not happen with those super babies. Because she would be cut from the herd.
I agree.
Because no manic depression in future world.
Okay, let me move on.
That got sad.
Let me move on. You guys,
Like
well,
Michael
this is the
Douglas's
first.
life.
This is the first. I didn't even know who John Hinckley was till I read this. Do you guys remember who John? Obviously,
Yes,
John
yes,
was. I didn't even know, man. That was the guy
Yes,
who
your
tried-
sheet tells
Does
me.
the audience know? Do you
You
guys know?
who John Hinckley is?
Are you guys sharing John Hinckley's
You
story?
wanna
Oh,
share
do you
here?
not know who John Hinckley Jr. is, though? They might just know his father.
Is he a super baby? What's going on?
His
Well,
name's
let him
John
know.
Hinckley Jr.
Well, he's the guy who.
That's my name too.
Remember back in the day, 80s, when Reagan was an attempted assassination on Reagan, Ronald Reagan.
1982.
That was 1982.
81.
Yeah, that was the guy who tried
81?
to assassinate him. Apparently, he's getting out of prison pretty soon, and he wants to start up. He wants to start up a band. I guess with got to be a couple of his cellmates, and publish music. What kind of music do you think a former presidential assassinate, guy who tried to kill the president,
He would
come out
just
with?
start the Presidents of the United States of America, the band that did Lump, and Peaches.
Would you guys listen?
Yup.
Well, I mean, is it good? Like, I still watch the Cosby Show, despite that Cosby is a fucking rapist, but I still enjoy that show. I would listen to his music, John Hinckley's music, if it were good. I listen to Charles Manson's album.
Is it going to be as good as John Wayne Gacy's paintings are?
Yeah. He's going to make the cover art for sure.
Scott is very specific. You're very specific.
Is it half as good as Richard Ramirez's drawings are? Guys, I know so much about Murderer.
Dude, what you didn't mention was that he also dedicated his assassination to Jodie Foster because he was in love with her.
Yes.
She's another sexy woman too.
Yeah, not bad. But I think when he, when he got out, he would definitely, at least, do a cover of that creepy song from Silence of the Lambs when the guy's stuck in his dick between his
Goodbye
legs.
Horses by Lazarus.
And he would stand in front of the mirror for the whole music video.
See, I find it hard to listen to anyone who had Reagan in his sights and fucking missed.
But he sure killed that other guy.
Actually, Brady.
James Brady.
And,
He killed the guy?
the Brady press room.
actually, he lived through it.
He lived through it. There was another guy that died, I believe. No deaths in it?
Brady died, and they tried to
I know
pin
James
it on
Brady. Yeah.
Hinckley, like, years later. It was like, it could have been a cause of that bullet from 20 years ago.
Here's something I discovered when I was deciding to look this up. I decided this. You don't make my choices for me. So, Jodie Foster, born 364 days after the Kennedy assassination. Oh, sorry, 364 days before the Kennedy assassination. Then they try and kill Reagan because of her. I think Jodie Foster wants the blood of presidents on her hands.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Like, she's
John
got a
Hinckley
blood
Jr.
You guys have to
He's the
believe
son
this.
of any terrorist. It's definitely the shoe bomber.
If
Richard
he is the
Reed,
son of
yes.
all of the terrorists. What?
Well,
The shoe bomber?
has
Yes.
there been anyone who committed a heinous act such as this who became artists? You guys know of anyone?
John Wayne
Yeah,
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez. Everyone in prison does art.
John Wayne Gacy.
It's a great healing process.
What do they have left to do? They
Also,
just draw shit and
John
then they
Wayne
sell
Gacy
it.
made
Have you heard of
cover
stand-up
for-
comedy as therapy? That's a way of getting over the shit.
John Wayne
Have you
Gacy
never
made the
heard-
cover art for a lot of G.G. Allen albums.
Yes, he did.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
They were apparently one of the funny quips that Gacy gave to J.G. Allen when he visited him in prison was, "You're a sweet boy, but you smell like shit."
Probably
Because he took the shit
wearing
everywhere
a
he
diaper
went.
and shit.
Apparently, Paul Bernardo has really good needlepoint skills.
Nice.
I heard that Carla Homolka probably makes you a mean latte somewhere around the city currently.
A mocha latte.
A Homolka latte, yes.
Yeah, I heard Robert Picton is a fucking mean stand-up too.
Man, that guy knew about pigs, though.
Yeah.
And farming. Here we go. Any final thoughts, guys? Anything else? No.
I think it's a good thing that because the whole thing was that it's not he was
Insane.
he's in, well I mean he has damages and the musical therapy is what has gotten him through the years and is hopefully like can be he can be rehabilitated, and that's a nice thing. Like that's a thing that we should strive for in society. Is not just locking someone away or doing death sentence. You know, we should want people to have music therapy or art therapy to get them through.
However,
one thing
I read about this is he's already being released 17 days of the month
Yeah, to
currently
his mom's house.
to his mom's house in Williamsburg. So he's going to be making some hip-ass music.
Oh,
Like,
man.
that shit is going to be tight. Like, you guys are going to be fucking listening to your next club banger, and you're going to be like, who did this? They'll be like, he shot Reagan! They'll be like, oh, shit, John H.G.?
Also, I mean,
Jr.
they said that he's been doing it for a really long time. Like, he's been making music for a while, but they also said that he was going to... It's going to be anonymous. I'm pretty sure that he's actually behind the band Foster the People.
Heyo.
Because of
Hey.
Jodie Foster. That's
Hey, by the way, why is
They
it
started
like
as Jodie Foster the People.
why is it a legal
Jodie
thing?
Foster the People.
Jodie Foster. That's awesome.
Which she's had to foster several children because of her
I
lifestyle.
wonder what kind of music, though. Like, I'd laugh so much if you just wanted to come out with a rap album or something.
But it's like that 1980s
He has
white
so much
rap. He's like,
cred right
yo,
away."
my name is John, and I'm
Ken
here to
Perez?
say I shot Reagan
Yeah, that-
in an
so
illegal
much-
way.
So much street cred right away. I'd listen to that.
Why is it a thing that like hardened criminals like that are released into their mother's care? Like, not as if like their mother had anything to do with them being fucked up in the first place.
No.
But why? Like, don't you think that's kind of going back to basics a little bit? Like, Gian Gameshi was released into his mom's care after he beat a bunch of women.
Well, because at
I
this
heard-
point, it's from the expression, only a face a mother could love. Yeah, I probably.
I don't think that's a legal order.
And
They
probably
couldn't
also only a
actually-
face that a father could abandon. That's probably where it stems.
I'll
I don't
never
know.
get it. They could never actually release Ed Gein to mother's care. That's
There you go. Wow,
Serial
what a-
killer
what a
joke. He
psycho.
killed his father, or killed his mother.
Okay.
Or Edmund
Oh,
Kemper,
my God.
also.
Our
Very
selective
specific.
knowledge
Yeah,
of
you got it.
You
psychopaths
basically
is
reference everyone
crazy.
except
Yeah.
Lizzie Borden.
You want me to go through the list of famous serial killers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh, damn it. No, I can't do that.
Oh,
I can.
I think something just happened
Yeah,
outside.
the Habs won.
What?
Habs won,
I
yeah.
thought that was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An hour, I think.
There was
A lot of
bad
horror.
traffic, apparently. They finally caught up.
A lot of horny people outside. Hey, ho.
All right,
Horny.
I'm gonna move on. I'll move on to the very final subject here, which is in case you guys probably knew. Apparently, they're rebooting a lot of '90s TV show. Full House is coming back. Yeah, Netflix is picking up called Fuller House. It's called
Fuller.
Fuller House. Fuller House.
It's
Coach-
designed by Buckminster Fuller, the great
This I
architect.
didn't know. This I didn't know. Was Coach is coming? Is that with Craig T. Nelson?
This was Craig T.
No, it's Craig T.
Craig T.
Craig T.
Coach, you guys
CTM.
remember Coach
Yeah.
back in the '90s?
And
Yeah. Coach. I think
the
who's
Van
old enough
Dyke,
to remember
Jerry.
the '90s shows?
Jerry Van
Yeah,
Dyke.
yeah.
Damn
Okay.
right.
You remember Full House? No, she's a bit. Full House. Coach. No. X Files. Coming back with X Files.
Lou Dobbs.
Yeah, coming back with X Files. And I just read. I saw somewhere. It's not on the list here, but Twin Peaks is coming back as well.
Yeah, but without
go.
David Lynch for now.
It's going to be called Triple Peaks.
Triple Peaks. All right.
Three
Good one,
Peaks.
Scott. Good one. So, I don't know. No particular order. Who wants to volunteer to go first? If you had your choice, what '90s TV show would you reboot, and what would it be about? It can be your own creation or one's.
All I could think of was.
I don't think it could be your own creation
Yeah, it
if it's a
says
reboot.
Well, I mean, just.
Yeah, but you're
By the way,
doing something
they're
and
also
then do something
rebooting the
different
television
with it.
show Reboot.
They're
so
doing
you-
that?
I read that
Reboot?
too.
Yeah,
That's
Reboot's
coming
coming
back.
back too.
Yeah.
Anyone?
These are really bad
It's
ideas.
called Reboot.
But I would go with the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, reboot that, and then no, it would be great fun. You could have Will Smith driving across the country, getting stopped for driving while being black and trying to not get shot. It would be a documentary.
Documentary style. Okay. Emma?
I wasn't allowed to watch TV until I was like 12 or 13. So I have a very limited knowledge of television in the 90s. And when I first was allowed to watch TV, I was only allowed 1 hour a week, and I chose to watch the X-Files. So if there's only one show that I wanted to bring back from the 90s, it's that show.
That
I
show.
was so obsessed with it. And that when I turned 16, I was like so in love with David Duchovny, it was insane. And my dad took me to the racetrack for no reason. Like he wasn't a gambler at all. And then in the elevator at the racetrack, David Duchovny got into the elevator. And my dad was like, eh? check this out. And then the elevator got jammed, and we were stuck there, and I just looked up at David Duchovny and said, maybe it's a conspiracy. and he said nothing for like the next minute and a half. And
that's right, because
You
it,
know,
was
he
filmed
was
it
probably-
it was filmed in Vancouver, right? Yeah, okay.
He was probably standing there thinking, like, if we don't get out of this elevator quick, I'm going to have to fuck somebody in here.
I wish my dad wasn't there so bad.
I'm pretty sure that was an episode of Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah.
It was actually an
Wouldn't that be
X-File
amazing?
also.
And then, so it unjammed and I never saw him again. But now, my
Didn't get an
dreams-
autograph, anything?
Shit, no. Do you think I could say anything after I said that? But yeah, that would be my one show because I've never seen Full House or Fuller House. By the way, terrible name.
Yes.
Full House 2, even fuller.
Clearly,
Like,
it
what
would
the-
be Fullest House.
Coach. What's the name of that like reboot? Even coachier? Like, come on,
Assistant coach, I believe. The reboot is
Coach 2
it's
reloaded.
about him
you
assistant
know?
coaching for his son coaching a team. I don't know why I looked all these things up.
Yeah.
So the
they could
X-Files.
reboot Home
sure.
Improvement and make it fun, a comedy this time.
Well, that'd be funny because obviously
Home
They've already made.
I was talking about
Home.
this with Ryan last week. That it's in Detroit, so it would just be any improvement would be a home improvement.
Would be a blessing. It would be so nice.
Home
if you
improved.
could fix up a neighborhood.
Keith Waterfield, if you had to show.
I was trying to look it up. I for whatever reason the name is escaping me, but there was that ghost detective show. What the fuck was it called?
Do you know the actors?
No, there's no.
The ghost.
Like
that helps
they
us
were
out a
all
lot,
dead.
man.
Do you know what I'm talking
Ghost
about?
detective show.
Ghost detectives?
Scooby Doo.
It was. Go to Scott. I'm gonna find it. Let Scott go.
Okay, Scott, if you had a.
Well, most of the TV shows I wanted back from the 90s were just about girls that I thought were sexy in the 90s. So, like, Sister, I want that to come back. But I'm fairly certain one of those twins is dead or something. Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
Yes.
I would love that to come back. But I already know what Caroline Ray's doing, and she was clearly the sexy one in that. I'm kidding. No, we all love Melissa Joan Hart.
She's
We
a
do.
Montrealer, isn't she?
Melissa
Yes.
Claire, yeah, she is.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
She
But
worked
Melissa
at the
Joan Hart
Centaur
is
as
not.
an usher.
Really?
Fun facts for nobody who cares.
That was
Oh, thank
that was
God.
the least fun fact.
Because I know you're a cat person, so I thought you were going to say the cat there for a sec.
The voice of the cat's dead now.
Really?
Yeah, but
What was the cat's name again? In there?
Salem,
Salem.
yeah.
like the witch hunts,
Yes, I know that.
like the city in
Thank
Oregon
you.
where those witch hunts happened. Kidding. It was in
In Oregon?
Massachusetts.
Any other
Yeah.
shows with girls in it that from the 90s that you like? What about the is the
Well, I also
Girls
wanted
in it?
Hanging with Mr. Cooper back just
Yes!
because that guy was a badass.
That would be my choice.
Like that was like he was like Gordon Bombay of college or of high school basketball.
Because he was an alcoholic
Yeah,
who
he was-
accidentally hit somebody with his car.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. And was supposed to coach a basketball team. But really, we should just be remaking the Steve Harvey show. That was from the 2000s, but I think it's ripe for remaking because Steve Harvey needs a career again.
What's wrong with Family Feud?
Nothing. Steve Harvey show is the greatest show on television history.
What-
With
did you figure out the
Bullethead
name
and
of the show?
Ramirez.
I've found it.
What's the name?
Ghost Rider. Does anybody
Oh, no,
remember
no.
Ghost
Ghost
Rider?
No, that's a
Rider?
profession.
Yeah. So, so basically, Ghost. For those of you who don't remember, Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was a show. I think it was on it was on PBS, and it was a bunch of kids.
Where all
who
the
were-
hits are.
Who were like 10 years old or 8 years old, and for whatever fucking reason, they thought that they were the ones responsible for solving the mysteries that were going on in their small shitty town, and they had the help of this ghost, and the ghost, he was a symbol. Was a circle and two lines above it, like kind of like this, and he would float. It was like this really bad '90s animation, like superimposed over the VHS, like recording of the show, and so he would fly around and make these like little sparkly sounds, like as he flew, and he would like highlight things. So they'd be like, "Oh, a clue," because Ghost Rider would be hovering over. And they never learned the identity of the Ghost Rider, and he would type them out messages on their computer. And it was just one of those examples of really bad '90s technology, where you like turn on a computer, like I'm gonna hack the mainframe of what? Like, what are you down there? Like, we're in the school system. How? And what is the school system? There's no system.
They explained that by going through the mainframe.
Yeah, the mainframe.
Are you kidding me? The mainframe's the mainest.
Mom, get off the phone! I'm hacked in right now. Blur, like. Like those, like these weird sounds, the modem sounds of connecting, and those like 5-inch floppy disks. They're like, we got the entire school documents on this disk, the entire history of the janitor murders. I just want to see.
These were kids, right?
They were kids. I just want to see that show redone with actual technology and what we know now about technology, but more importantly, what we know now about cartoon ghosts.
Is there any Canadian shows from the 90s you guys can think
Littlest
of?
Hobo.
That's 80s.
Erie, Indiana.
But it went until the 90s.
Do not.
What's that Alice Mack
South
show?
or
I love
whatever?
that show.
The Secret World of Alice Mack. Yeah.
That
Due
girl was a
North
fox
or
too.
something?
Shit, I want to see what she's up
What's
to.
that?
Yeah, Larissa.
No.
Larissa something.
Due
She
North?
was in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, damn right she
Paul
was.
Gross.
This whole thing's falling apart. We're all just nerding out right now.
Like, yeah,
Chris, you have to take control of your
No,
show.
I'm enjoying. My choice would be, this was mid 90s. It was on CBS. It was called Early Edition.
I love Early Edition.
Remember? It was a guy.
The original spoiler
There was a
alert.
guy who used to get. What was it?
It was a newspaper.
He used to get the newspaper, but he
One
used to
day
get
early.
tomorrow's newspaper today. And he used to go around solving all the crimes in the news. But it would just be the crimes in Chicago because he lived in Chicago. So it was. But it used to. He just go. Remember Early Edition? Yeah, I used to watch.
In the 90s.
That's right. I used to watch that. Yeah,
Because of Chris.
yeah.
You used to watch
But
it last
he
night.
was in
Is what
Chicago,
he
so he'd
means.
only go around. Yeah, and he'd have the ability to solve it because he knew exactly what was happening. But he'd keep it geologically specific to Chicago. Like he'd go, oh, I'm going to save this child from being kidnapped. Meanwhile, there's an earthquake in China, kills 12,000 people. He's like, fuck that. I'm going to save this child right now.
Chris, I believe he moved all over Cook County.
Yes.
Not just resigned to Chicago, the great city of Chicago.
The series finale is the saddest thing, and I'm sorry you haven't reached it yet. It turns out that he was actually an alcoholic and just slept through an entire day and read yesterday's newspaper. Ran around like an alcoholic jackass. Be like, I can save the blimp from crashing. No, you can't, old man. Stop drinking whiskey in your Cheerios.
And it used to frustrate me because this motherfucker, you got the lottery numbers, and it was like, no, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I was like, all right, fuck you. So I would bring that Kyle Chandler. I liked him as an actor. Any final thoughts, guys? Any other shows?
Wait,
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Is that 90s?
Yeah, that was
That's
90s.
That's Canadian as well.
That's Canadian as well. Yeah.
I have a few friends
What about
who
that
are in it.
Goosebumps?
They are still afraid.
Goosebumps too. Yeah.
Goosebumps was a show?
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
They're making,
You only read the books, didn't you?
just so you know this, they're making a movie about Goosebumps in which R.L. Stein's starring in it.
Yeah, and
Dead
who's playing-
serious.
Yeah, that
who's
sounds
playing
creepy
him?
as
I
hell,
don't know,
man.
but
I would
R.L.
totally
Stein-
watch that.
It's about R.L. Stein writing Goosebumps novels and then Goosebumps novels happening around R.L. Stein.
Yeah, that
It
sounds really
sounds
creepy.
amazing.
I think it's great that one
Let's
man
all go
was
watch
able to
it.
get a whole
Okay.
bunch of kids interested in literature. That's great. Good for RL.
All right.
You know his actual name?
Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I love setting you up
scene.
for jokes.
Ralph Laurenstein.
Yeah, yeah. He's the cousin of Frankenstein.
All right.
He makes the polo shirt.
He sounds Jewish.
Whoa! We're done with the eugenics part of
You
this
laughed.
show.
All right. On that note, I'd like to thank all of you guys. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for coming out. We do this every Sunday, as you well know. Have you guys been to the stand-up portion of the show? All right, so both of them. Next Sunday, we have a really, really, really good headliner. His name escapes me right now. But come back next Sunday. Thanks so much for coming out, guys. Let's go down and drink. Have a good night.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.